run and not running around the bases. As a small business owner, if you're going ahead and just making friends with everybody, you're not telling what you do, that's a bad thing. So, but remember, it needs to be 2 to 1 to that value proposition back to your consumer. And then 10% is personality. As Jess alluded to earlier, one of the oldest sayings in the world, especially in the sales manuals, is that people buy from people they like. Your personality, what you do, what your business stands for, what your values are, what your mission is, that's all important to people. But also beyond that, I love sports. I'm a huge sports fan. My Miami Dolphins right now are 0-5. It's painful right now. I'm getting all kinds of great comments about that because people are loving to prey upon me on that deal. I have a small dog. I'm a young father with a 3- and 1-year-old. All of those things make up who I am and my viewpoint on the world. And there's other people around me that can sympathize, that go, oh, that was the best time of my life. But those are all things that make me who I am and make me the business owner I am. And so if you're a small business owner, don't be afraid to pull back the veil a little bit and allow people in. That's really the cool part about social media is you might not ever go ahead and break up that you love the Miami Dolphins in your television spots. But social media is a completely great spot to start to take other interests and other ideas and bring those back around and allow people to start to identify with those things that you stand for. And that's going to build a lifelong customer, not just a one-and-done customer. I think that's the difference between the traditional way of marketing your company and building in social media assets for a small business. And I've seen a lot of small businesses really starting to win because they've taken a customer that might have popped and they've made them their own customer on whenever I can choose, I'm going to vote for these people with my dollars, and that's a pretty cool piece of it. So as a small business owner, don't be scared to kind of expose yourself, to kind of pull back the komodo, if you will, and show people what's going on inside and what makes you who you are, because they want to identify with who you are as a business owner.
Absolutely.
Having worked with so many of you back in my days at the chamber, I know that you are all wearing all of the hats for your business, and a lot of times you're wearing all the hats at the same time. And I think when, in the beginning of Banyan Ranch's time, we did work with a lot of small business clients, and for them it was very overwhelming and a little frustrating to understand social media and what it was. And I think that in itself kind of turns a lot of small business owners off to even being a part of anything online. And you hear Twitter and Facebook, and then you're like, I have to have a YouTube, I have to have a LinkedIn profile, I have to keep up my Yelp business page, and now I have to check in on Foursquare, put my store on Foursquare. What is Foursquare? And so, that's all of that can be very, very overwhelming. But, just like with anything else in creating a strategy for your business, take a couple of steps back and think about, where is your audience participating online? For a lot of people, that answer might just be Facebook. There are 800 million active users on Facebook right now. Over half of them log on daily and spend at least an hour. Maybe that's playing games, I don't know, but they're there. So at the very least, taking baby steps, understanding that it doesn't have to be an overwhelming process, and just taking a look, spending a little bit of time dipping your toes in the water, and then figuring out, just like he mentioned earlier, building relationships and showing who you are as a person, as a business owner, and your values and your mission. I think for all of you, the personal and professional lines are a little bit of a gray area, and that's fine. It's in social media. It's welcomed. The more personal a brand can be with its consumers online, the better it is, and the more they react and positively react to your tweets and your Facebook updates and your activity anywhere else online.